Anyway, I want to play sort of a game. I want to say, plant your flag on the NFC North race. I came up with that title. I know, very creative, very good. And it is very simple. Pick the Bears, Packers, Lions, place in the division, and how far they go in the playoffs. I want you to describe to me how you think they are going to win the Super Bowl or what point in the playoffs they're going to lose, and maybe even who you think they're going to lose to. So I can even pull up the playoff bracket off on the side just so we have it. And if you want to ask me any questions, if you don't have that up already, I can answer you quickly. So plant your flag on the NFC North rest of season.
So NFC North right now, Packers 9-3-1. What's it called? The Bears going 9-4. The Lions 8-5. My apologies. For that yawn skin.
You're all good?
Can't lay up in chat. But
Yeah.
how I'm looking at it, right? It's the Bears and the Packers have to play one more time. So in this case right now, if
Yes.
the Lions say they win out, they're going to be tied with the Bears. And if I'm correct, the Lions have beaten the Bears
They just
one time or both times.
they haven't played the second game yet. That's coming
Yeah,
later in the season.
but the Lions destroyed them the first time.
They destroyed them. It was bad.
Yeah.
It was very bad.
So it's like I believe right now because of that they would be ahead. So there's the possibility that the Bears don't make it. If
Or
I'm
that.
correct.
Oh, I just oh, I Dan, I changed the Discord, the layout
Just
so
about to
that
cut the mess out of my mic.
so that I'm filling up the whole screen right now. I really wonder what the stream looks like right now. Oh, it hasn't updated yet. Oh, that's not even that bad, but I gotta fix it for the audience. I gotta get you back on.
I bet.
I'm kind of asking you for help, by the way. There we go. I got it. Never mind. I don't need
There we
your
go.
help.
So as I was saying, um,
Continue.
the Packers got to go up against the Lions and the Bears one more time.
I
And for
could read
some
their
reason,
schedule.
huh?
I could read all three of their schedules if you
Hit me
want.
with it.
All right, so Packers finish off the season. Broncos, Bears, Ravens, and then Vikings. So finish it off easy, but I think
I put money on they'll lose two of those games.
yeah,
Next,
they could lose two of those games. The Lions, Rams, Steelers, 9, and then the Bears.
not 9.
Not 9. They didn't did they beat the Lions?
The Vikings are trying
Yeah,
to beat the Lions the
yeah,
first
they beat
time.
the Lions. Yeah, 9 is legit. No, he's not.
Go home.
Yeah. We'll come back. Yeah, yeah. He's not it this year,
So,
maybe.
and then the Bears.
And the Bears. The Bears schedule. They finish it off with Cleveland, the Packers, the 49ers, and the Lions. That's brutal. That is easily the worst schedule.
So to me,
Easily.
the Packers, of course, have the easiest. So reality, right? This is where I say, if the Packers do not dominate and plant the flag, like the Super Bowl chances for me get thrown out the window because those teams you have in the playoffs are just not. They're just not the same caliber. I feel like you know what I mean. They're not of like the Broncos. That's probably gonna be a close one.
That's going to be the best game this week.
You know what I mean? That's gonna be a
Yeah.
close one. But I feel like the Packers will have that number. They'll be good. They'll be solid. No problem. It's that second Bears game that has me right now. That I feel like in that kind of situation, they're gonna split in the absolute like they should not be splitting against that. And then for some reason, the Ravens, I feel like will shock them.
It's a Saturday primetime game. Ravens typically good against NFC opponents. This year they look like ass. I'm not sure if they can keep up with the Packers talent. You know, with the way their defense looks, I
Hmm.
don't know that I can see a functioning Ravens offense versus that unit. If they shock them, it's going to be from the defense forcing like 3 like Jordan Love moments where he
And that's
looks
kind
like
of what I'm looking for.
yeah,
Is more of like a Jordan Love error rather than the Packers defensive error.
or just a disappearing side of the ball for one half. I
Yeah.
get what you're saying, but you're kind of saying if they don't do this, I don't believe they're Super Bowl contenders. Let's say what do you think the Packers record is going to be? The Lions and the Bears. Don't think too hard about it. Just kind of spit it out because you have a general idea of what the games are.
Yeah, so I'm going what 11, 5 and 1. I'm going what's it called? Packers are probably gonna go
You said 11-5-1.
11, 5 and 1. Yeah,
What
so
about the
then I could
Lions?
see what's it called? Bears going 12 and 5, and I could low key see the Lions going like 10 and 7, 10 and 6.
Yeah, so they'd split the rest of the season. The Bears
Yeah.
going 12-5 would be pretty crazy with this rest of season schedule. Packers, 49ers, Lions. They would have to beat two of those opponents. I think they can. Uh, Actually, there's no reason to say that can't happen. There's no reason to say that none of these teams can't win three of one of these
Hmm.
last couple games. Um, but so that puts you at the Bears, the Packers a half game behind, and then the Lions a game
That tie
and a half
really
behind.
does something, yo.
It kind of helps almost. I'd rather tie than lose.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, so that would be your placement. So I think the Lions would get into the playoffs at 10-7. I believe they would. So if they're the 7th seed, they would play the Bears round one.
Hmm.
Most likely, yeah, they would play the Bears. The Lions, oh excuse me, yeah, the Lions would play the Bears. The Packers would get like the 49ers. I think they can win that game. I think it would be really close. We've seen those two teams play. What do you think?
Packers and Niners, listen, we know the history of what Shanahan does to the Packers for some reason.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Matt LaFleur
So
specifically.
so why go and say like we'll be like a coach's BTA kind of moment? I'm not gonna lie, like, because he did it both in San Fran and in Green Bay.
Yeah,
It just
sounds
don't matter.
sounds like the Niners should be a top 10 team. How about that?
I mean, like, still, like at the end of the day, regardless, I don't know what's about the Niners right now. That I just feel like with their defense, Warner being out, Bosa being out,
Yeah,
that alone,
they have a ceiling that they will not hit.
yeah.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think they're gonna get someone here though. So you're saying they beat the Packers. What about the Lions Bears game? That's tough.
Depends on who's home.
It would be at Chicago.
Yo, listen. I know you said beforehand, oh, golf in the cold, yada yada yada. He sucked in Philly,
Yeah.
like, and it's gonna
Oh
be
yeah, you're right.
brick
Yep. If he's
in
in a
Chicago.
dome, I think you're right. I think you hit the money on the head. If the Lions can get home field advantage, that's how they're going to succeed this year's playoffs. I think if they don't, it's going to just be ugly. Because they've been
Because
like
I
the
know
one or
before you
two
were like,
seed.
oh, like they're
Yeah.
professionals, they should be okay. Like, it shows golf sucks in the winter cold.
Yeah, he does. So you take the Bears there.
I'll take the Bears.
So there you have it. The Bears would be the only team in the NFC North to make it to the divisional round, as they would kind of eat each other alive. Do you think they'd go far? I'm not going to project past this of like the other teams. Just like let's just assume it's, like Rams,
So the Bucks will
Seahawks,
probably play the
49ers.
Eagles.
Or it would be 49ers, Seahawks, Rams, Bears. So they would play
Oh shit! So that means they have
they'd
to play
play
the
the
Seahawks.
Seahawks. I think it ends there. I'm not
That's
gonna lie.
probably where it ends,
Yeah,
brother.
yeah, yeah. Yeah. All right. All right. So you have the Bears getting into the divisional round. And honestly, I feel like this division, it looks like some of them can be really, really great Super Bowl contenders. It just doesn't ever materialize really. I think that's kind of the story of this division. So how'd you like playing the game, Dan? Do you like
Not too
planting your
bad.
flag on the NFC North NFC North potential playoff outcome, the ever-changing title? I'm glad you enjoyed it. Now it's my turn. I made this game because I wanted to play it. Haha. So now I'm going to tell you what I think is going to happen, which I have not prepared. So we're going to be doing this off the fly, which is totally fine. But I think the Packers are going to roll away with this division. Like I said, I think they got a good chance to just kind of stay ahead. They have that half game. It's going to kind of help them out. Bears have a tough schedule. The Lions, they have to play the Bears, so one of those two teams are going to lose at least one game that the Packers don't have to. And I think honestly, I think the Bears, like, I really like them. I think they can beat these teams. It's gonna just come down to that game versus Detroit to see who finishes with a better record and the higher wild card spot. It's at Detroit. When the Lions first played the Bears, it was at Chicago and it was week 2, so it was nice weather. They didn't really get that advantage. The Lions get that again, so I think they might sweep the Bears, and then
Yep.
um,
That's crazy. Yeah.
so they would be, call it 11-5, or 11-6, excuse me, and then the Bears would be, let's just say, 10-7. So I'm gonna assume they get in there, but they're going to run into the Packers for the third time in like a month and a half. It's gonna be crazy. I'm sticking to my guns. I love the Bears and what they're doing this year, but I'm sticking to my guns. This Packers team is where the Bears were, or the Bears are where this Packers team was 2 years ago.
Yeah, I was going. Yeah.
So I think the Packers are just ready and they've got all the
Give them a
experience.
year. I'm telling you, like I said, give the Bears a year.
Yeah, and I think the Bears' ceiling is probably higher than the Packers, for the record. But for, like, projecting forward, just because of Caleb and Ben Johnson. But yeah, I think the Packers would win that one, and then you'd have the Lions. Actually, the Packers. Yeah, no, and then the Lions would play either the Eagles, who would win the NFC East, or the Buccaneers or Panthers, whoever wins that division if they finish with a better record than the Eagles. They're only a game behind. Sounds crazy.
The fact that the Saints being the Bucks really screwed up that division.
Yeah, it really, really did. They're still lined up there, but they're tied with the Panthers. I say if the Lions end up playing the Eagles or the Buccaneers, they're going to win that game, and then they're going to go on to the divisional round to see the Packers, the Rams, and the Seahawks. And I think they're probably not. They're probably the worst team in that bunch. You can look at my top 10 list and just see that. So that's kind of how I envision the end of the NFC North. So, Danny, that was the last question I had for you.
Mhm.